Crazy stuff happened to make my breakfast for me. I liked Mr. T cereal a lot back then too. Anywho, somehow I was allowed to live alone. I don't really know why. In any case, I had a few prized possessions, one of which was my bicycle. I really enjoyed riding my bicycle. It was a sweet-ass bike. I mean, I think you've seen a Huffy, but this thing makes a Huffy look like a little bitch. Looks like a tricycle with lollipop stains on it. It's crap. My bike kicked ass. It was amazing. I rode it everywhere. And it had like a horn and like this sweet like little tiger head and brush its teeth. It was a good time. But then one day, I went to the magic shop to run my errands, as I often do. And I came out, and my bike, which I had all chained up with about 200 yards of chain, was gone. Someone had stolen my bike. Now, in retrospect, I overreacted a little bit, but I literally lost my mind. I was plunged into the depths of insanity. And basically, I went on a frantic search. Now, there was a guy in my neighborhood, this rich guy named Francis. He was a son of a bitch. And I swear to God, I was confident that he stole my bike. And I went over and I confronted him about it. I ended up fighting him in this giant bathtub thing. And then his dad came in and broke us up. It was terrible. He had a lot of money. Anyway, and I was like, he stole my bike! And he said, he couldn't have stolen your bike. We've been here setting up his birthday train set all day. And then I was like, oh, gee, I'm sorry. And I pretended like I was sorry, but instead I actually offered him some gum, but it was trick gum. And then I left, and he had all this ink in his mouth, but he didn't even know it. Regardless, I went out to find my bike. I sort of lost my mind, and I went to see a fortune teller, and she told me that my bike, she took all my money. She told me my bike was at the Alamo, more specifically in the basement, which I found to be ridiculous. But I was desperate, so I followed her. I hit the road. I met up with an ex-con, and we drove for a while, and I ended up at the Alamo to find out that after a tour led by Jan Hooks, there's actually no basement. Everybody laughed at me. I met a hobo on a train, and we sang a bunch of songs. Then I went to a rodeo, and I spent the night in this giant dinosaur with this woman who worked at a diner, and we washed dishes together, and we didn't make out, but her ex-boyfriend thought we did, and he yelled at me, and he tried to beat my ass with his giant fake dinosaur bone, but I wasn't scared. Anywho, I ended up all the way out in Hollywood, California. I had a terrible dream about clowns ripping me to pieces and destroying my bike via Tyrannosaurus Rex. It was very scary. I was in the hospital. I was all drugged up. But in any case, I finally saw on TV my bike. It was on this promo thing for some Hollywood Minute. And I freaked out. I went to the Warner Brothers lot. I found my bike, dressed up as a nun, pretended I was in the movie, stole the bike, drove away. All the Warner Brothers guys come out in electric cars chasing my ass. I swing on a vine like Tarzan. I'm flying through the trees. I'm losing my mind. I'm punching bitches in the face. And then I get to this burning pet store. And I stop because I'm an altruistic motherfucker. And I saved all the animals from the pet store fire. And I helped them live. And then the cops arrested me. And then I told them my whole story. And I told the head guy at Warner Brothers, this is my story. And he thought my story was so good. Not only did he let me keep my bike, he let me go and make a movie about my life. And it starred Josh Brolin's dad. And it kicked ass. And then I made out with this chick from my home named Dottie. And I had my chihuahua